Never mind. Okay, I think everything's fine. Hopefully. Wowie! Dude, my camera was not working and I kept deleting it and re-adding it, and I think it's just because of all the hate my stream was getting last time. Bro, there's no way. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hi, guys. We're here and we are ready to be here. Terrence, don't finish that sentence. Love how she has the two cats she doesn't even want on her screen. Okay, Kumi is actually my favoriteest cat I've ever met in my entire life. Nice hairband, thank you. But Lumi, I'm allergic to her, first of all, so that just like automatically triggers me. Second of all, Kumi is like normally in really good graces with me. Because he's such a smart and he's such a fun cat. But literally, as I was pressing the go live button, after I fixed my camera, so I was already annoyed, I hear like crashing and banging from upstairs. And I'm like, there's no way, right? Like all day, like nothing, like just had, like he's been so good. And then as soon as I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get on stream, he knocks everything off of the kitchen counter. Like, just goes through, like it's some kind of game, like, clear the kitchen counter the fastest. It knocks everything off, one of which was a container that had a lid on it, but it's not, like, a fixed lid. So whenever it hit the ground, it popped off, but it was full of screws. So I had to sit there and, like, hand pick, because I don't have, like, a freaking metal detector that picks up the metal. So I'm sitting here like hand picking up these screws. And of course, like he freaking runs to the rooftop like, catch me if you can. I was like, dude, if I could catch you, you'd be in timeout right now. Magnet, metal detector, same. Well, most metal detectors I've seen have a magnet on them. And then it's like, whoop, you know? I returned Kitten at 1 and Kumi. Hi, Jillian. Oh, shoot. Multi-stream, alert. Bad friend. So you're done being, stop. Happy June. That's how I feel about my cat, Salmon. He's so funny and smart. Which one's the one that cries to go outside? I was changing the bedroom for the bunny, the bedding for the bunny and guinea pig, and he was tossing his body on the bed for no reason. Yeah. That's what happened before I got on stream. Salmon, okay. He's the black and white one. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. What was it? I think it was about YouTube. But yeah, why, oh. Rooftop kitchen counter. Rooftop, no. Drop top. What I was gonna say is that I tried to fix it to what Cube told me to fix it to, but I think it's still not right. I do like the lay on the island. When's the next cooking stream? Honestly, I don't know. We've been kind of chilling down here. Everybody always hates on the clock when we take it upstairs. I lay on an island every day. That's actually true. Lay on me. Dude, I am so, like, my brain is so fried. I don't even know how to unfry it. Absolutely no clock. Did you peep it in the background of the photo? I thought you would have caught that. Guys, it's Dom's birthday today. And I was busy trying to work out what those bottles were. It's Dom's birthday today, and I always remember Dom's birthday because he has the same birthday as my stepmom. We don't know who that is. Dominator J? Oh, we don't know who that is. I got my dad a Father's Day card. Do you guys want to see it? Where is it? Okay. So my dad, if you're watching this, first of all, stop watching my streams. Second of all, Dad, if you're watching this, I'm about to show your Father's Day card, and it's not Father's Day yet, so if you're watching this, you're gonna ruin the surprise. I don't know if my dad shaved his face or not. Anyways, this is my dad's Father's Day card. It says, "Love you to pizzas." Dad, like pizzas, but like pieces. And here's the thing. Me and my dad used to always go and get pizza together. And he would always take me to get pizza because I wasn't a boring kid and I actually liked toppings. So there's like all these mushy gushy cards. There was like these hilarious cards. But this one just felt right. Okay? And so then it says, "Love you to pizzas," like pieces. And then, listen, on the inside, "Hope this Father's Day is supreme." So because I would like be fine with my dad getting a supreme pizza and I would eat that one. So I hope this Father's Day is supreme. It's literally perfect for our relationship. You know, it's not too like ushy gushy. I feel like I give my mom like a kind of ushy gushy card, but I don't know. I don't like giving everybody ushy gushy cards. You know. So gorgeous. Thank you. Hi, Malik. How are you? I'm great. How are you? Did you go to a place named after a man? No. We would go to a place called Mill Springs. It's because it was next to a mill. Like a water mill wheel. Anyways, it was not named after a man. It was just cheesy, greasy pizza. It was fine. What, I get an Ishigashi card? I don't know. But listen, I think that he will think that's amazing. How are you always saying terms I've never heard? You just gotta be learning when you're in here, okay? Anyways, I think that, guys, I hate to even admit this, but this might be the first Father's Day card that I've sent him since moving to Texas. So he's probably just gonna be shocked to get one. I always call him, but I don't usually send a card in the mail to him. I hate to admit that, but I always call him. Hi out, Easer. Oh, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Legend. Did they use the mill to make the dough? No, they use a bunch of burly men back there in the kitchen. Trust me, I've seen them. Hello, hi. How's life going? It's very tiresome right now. I need to get more rest and I just don't know how. Even when I'm trying to rest, I just can't. But listen. I got a mega flash amazing spectacular deal on a new pillow and I slept on it for the first time last night. Here's the thing, I had a problem getting into bed last night. I just like kept doing things every single time I was like, oh, it's time for bed. I kept finding something else that I needed to do. And so by the time, okay, I can't, tonight will really help me decide whether it was the pillow or whether it was just I was so dang tired. I'm not even kidding. Brushed my teeth, took a shower, washed my face, did a little routine, got my body all moisturized because that's just what you should do every single night before you go to bed. Make sure your skin's all hydrated so it can suck up all that lotion overnight. Okay, don't make it weird. You just gotta stay moisturized, okay? Anyways, did all that. I'm not even kidding. I lift the cover to get into bed. I don't even know if I turned my lamp off. I might have not turned the lamp off. I laid down, instantly out. Like I don't even remember. I like my phone might have been on my forehead. I don't even know if my phone was in the bed. Like this pillow, I could have just been really tired, but it might also be magical. And it has like it has like a cooling effect where it doesn't get hot. It doesn't, it's supposed to not get hot. I'm telling you, I didn't wake up in the middle of the night. I didn't wake up until this morning and I wasn't hot. So the pillow is not like AC unit, but I didn't like wake up because my pillow was like hot, you know? Do you miss Kentucky? I miss my family, and I don't know, like, sometimes I miss the slowness. I mean, I love like, if the city's just like such like a fast life type of lifestyle, and I do miss like the slowness of the country sometimes. Yeah. And then like when like in my hometown, it would be like, let's say you decided you're gonna like go out for dinner. So first of all, like this is let me walk. This is random, but let me walk you through. Let me walk you through what it's like deciding where you want to go to eat in Kentucky, like with your friends. First question: do we want to stay in town, or do we want to go to a different town? Okay, so it's like, do we want to drive 20 minutes to a restaurant, or do we want to drive an hour and a half to go eat? If I'm gonna go eat something like super duper yummy, out of the ordinary, I would be visiting Juice God's town. I mean, Juice God in chat. Juice God in chat, which is like Lexington, Kentucky, because that's where he lives. I'm not actually going to visit Juice God. I'm gonna use literal terms from now on for anybody that's not a regular in the chat. I'm saying whenever I lived in Kentucky, I was from such a small town that we would like drive to Lexington to go eat like a special dinner, or like Lexington, London, Richmond. We would if that's what, so like you decide, are we gonna stay in Somerset or are we gonna go out of town? Which, like, if it was any kind of special occasion, typically you would be going out of town, right? All I got here is you're gonna break your collarbone and then get a flat on an e-bike. No e-bikes. Car. Vroom vroom. Okay. All right. Okay. Step 2. if you're staying in town and you're not going to Richmond, London, or Lexington, which Richmond, London, and Lexington are the cities that you would typically go to if you're gonna eat out and not be in Somerset. But if you're staying in Somerset, it's like you have about 6 different options, and that's it. Like they're the most things you could have to choose from is if you decided you wanted like Mexican food, and then there's probably about like 10 different options. But as far as anything else goes, you're choosing between like 2 steakhouses, one Chinese restaurant. There's not a lot of there's more there now than there was when I lived there. But when I lived there was not many options at all. Okay. But here in Texas, especially if you live in like Austin, Houston, San Antonio, like Dallas, any of the bigger cities, you have unlimited options. Like you will never go to every single restaurant in any of these cities unless you just eat out every single day, and I still don't think you could hit them all. There's just so many places to go. So sometimes I get like overwhelmed. I will be like, you know what? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna get something, and then okay, I have like my staples that I know I like and I love, and then sometimes I'm like, no, I'm gonna go try something new, and then I get overwhelmed and I stay home and I cook. Like I'm not even kidding. I decide that I'm gonna go. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go out tonight, and then I'm like, I start looking at stuff and I'm like trying to figure out where I want to go. I get overwhelmed and I'm like, you know what? The kitchen, it's right there. I'm gonna just eat at home. Just go to Bowling Green. Dude, the last place I would go is to Bowling Green to get something to eat. I miss the Richmond Mall. The only time that I drove to Bowling Green very often is when I dated a guy that lived in Tennessee, and we would meet up in Bowling Green. It was kind of crazy. And now that I think about it these days, that was kind of crazy. What's a Bowling Green? It's a city in Kentucky. 2 red flags right there. I would drive 2 hours to hang out with this guy, but he would drive 4. It was so bad. There was no reason for that. It was fun. Meanwhile, anyway, dude, I don't know if you can consider that actually barbecue. It looked really good, but like how are they just labeling it as American style barbecue? Like, have you had barbecue in America and did it taste similar? I mean, it had to have been similar, right? There's a new building downtown in Rupperine area is completely different. I need to go see it. In Lexington? My ex drove 2 hours to see me. I did 0. Hi, TJ. Dude, did you bring Hani with you? Hi, Hani. Dude, there's no way TJ and Hani showed up together and it wasn't planned. He's finally out of points. TJ and Honey and Pride Month, it's all adding up. Poi! You're very beautiful, thank you. It's so bad. Okay. Anyways, that was so crazy. You look so pretty tonight. Thank you, Dallas. Dude, there was a huge convention here over the weekend, and I had no idea that it was happening until it was like in the middle of it, like the last day. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Tonight? What about yesterday? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I would say that I do miss my family the most. That's what I miss most about Kentucky, I would say. And my childhood friends. Because most of my friends, well, I wouldn't say all of them, but most of my friends that live in Kentucky, they have like kids now and stuff, so it's a lot harder for them to come see me than for me to come see them. Um, Me over here in a bar gushing over your beauty. Dallas, how was your? I feel like the last time you were here, you were about to do a job interview. Not recently. I feel like she's not using it because it's hot outside. It's like it's pretty hot right now in Kentucky, so I don't think it's probably put up for the summer. Howdy. I make it rain. What did you? Dude, I also, when I got my dad's Father's Day card, I got her like a card that I'm gonna send her just because it's just like thinking of you. And I know she'll love it. It was a cool overcast. Dude, some places are supposed to be able to see the really cool colors in the sky. So you guys should all go outside with your phones and put your phones up to the sky and on the camera and see if you see any of the colors in the sky. I didn't see any here. Did you fill out the card in Sharpie? I haven't filled it out at all. Do you want to see it? Wait, guys, I lost it? No, I found it. Oh, my dad's card. I didn't fill out any of them in Sharpie. But I did draw, well, my grandma's is already sealed. But I drew a portrait in it. Not a portrait. I drew a picture in it, not a portrait. I drew I don't know, it doesn't matter, but I drew a picture in there. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds goofy, but like one side of the card was just like both, like the whole inside of the card was blank, so I wrote something on one side and then the other side I drew a picture on. This lady is a W on my book chat. Love how you said my name in the head movements. Yeah, that's what I always think when I read your name. When I read your brain. Pride Month strikes in the sky. Yes, that's true. You are goofy, so it's okay. But no, I gotta show you since you guys weren't here. This is the card I got my dad for Father's Day. Love you to Pizza's dad. You should get this one for your dad too, because New York pizza. Love you to Pizza's dad. Okay, but it's like pieces. And then hope this Father's Day is supreme. And look, it's even got garlic butter on the crust. It's so cute. I'm just waking up. I want to take a shower and eat something. I feel hungry. Honey, do you have to go to the top of the mountain to shower, or do you have a shower in your house now? My dad would ask me if I changed governments if I got him that. Why? Are you gonna get him one at all? How dare you look at me on stream right now and how you're making me smile? I was watching a video on Australia before the stream. Y'all have pink lakes. Dude, there's something I was gonna ask you about Australia too. In the mountain, as usual, the old way with the old stone. You wash yourself with the stone? Or what do you do with the stone? Father's Day is the same day as his birthday, so I've never gotten him a card for Father's Day. I feel like we've talked about this before now that you mention it. This Father's Day, Honey showers on a waterfall. He showers in the mountains. But yeah, we were just zonked. I'm zonked right now. Wait, also, I have a question for you. The other day when you were out eating your SHWAR, you know what I'm spelling. You said we asked if you were tipsy, and you said you were something. What is something? Rough skin itching with side instead of shampoo. In the past, we did not know shampoo. Oh, you use the rock to wash your body. The rough side. I have no clue what you're talking about. I know chat does not forget. I said it here. You said it in Discord. Yeah. Shawarma. Yeah. No, but I didn't make it up. I'm trying to think. I went to a party. Dude, what kind of party? What was in the cup? What was on the plate? What was in the brownies? Might not be a real party according to you though. There was any spin the ball. Stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop. Stop, stop. No.
I may be drunk, but gosh, you are so beautiful, Lex. Hope you have a good night and stream. You will always be a W to me, and your personality shines bright in everything you do, a true queen.
Thank you so much, Dallas, for the $3 donation. Thank you. Aw, thank you so much, Dallas. Oh my goodness. No, the funniest thing is that you're telling this story about the other night when you were at this party, and then Hani just adds you in the chat, and it's like, grab a rock and wash your and start scrubbing your body with it, and you're like, Hani, what? Thank you, Dallas. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Hi, Monkey. Welcome. So, see, TJ's Dirty is still covered in New York. Yeah, I just thought it was hilarious that you had not said anything to Hani, and then he just randomly adds you, and he's like, grab a rock and wash your body with it. Like no context, no reason. He just decided to pick you out of the crowd to tell you how to bathe like the old days. He said it has to have a rough edge, and that's the one you want to rub on your body. Because a soft edge wouldn't clean your body. But like a smooth edged river rock that has been beat up by the waves and smoothed out wouldn't do a very good job at cleaning. It would be just like slide across your skin. So you would need like a pumice stone. The skin is rough due to natural changes. The rock is useful in ancient times. I think he's saying that your skin is rough and so you need to exfoliate. That felt so good. Did you guys feel that? I agree with that. How does me going to a party imply that my skin is rough? I think he saw your hand in the photo of your plate or something. I've never been ashy a day in my life. I'm leaving? No! Don't be silly. Nobody's going anywhere. Okay, guys, you see this? Like, look, I have a pimple right here. You see it? I have a pimple right there. I have a pimple right here. And breaking out on my, like, forehead. I think it's from wearing that. I think it's from wearing my visor too much. I need girl advice? Dude, I don't know if I can give any good advice right now. But hit me with it. She also needs girl advice for real. Hello? I need to wash my hair tomorrow. Oh my gosh, a party in the woods in New York City. That's crazy. Was it in the mountains? Where was it? I slid into a girl's DMs like a month ago. We've been DMing back and forth here and there ever since. So we don't know each other at all previously, but the conversation is pretty stale. Just like talking about where we're from and other boring things. How do I make the convo more interesting? What could I ask her to make it more fun conversation? I already asked if we could talk through text. Instead, she said she'd rather just talk on IG for now. I get it. I mean, I would say, I mean, you have to kind of branch off of those first original things, I would say. But it really, I mean, I feel like it's hard to like have a serious connection with somebody that I don't know. If you guys are texting and asking like where are you from, like blah blah blah, like hobbies, if you find something in common there that you can branch off from, I feel like that's where like the better conversations come from, because you can't just be like, oh hey, where are you from? Texas. Oh, that's cool, I live in Idaho. Oh, nice. Be like, oh my gosh, Texas, like what part of Texas? I visited this part and I loved this restaurant called Whataburger. I don't know. You know, that's how I feel like I would go from there. She's the worst at communicating. Don't listen to anything she says. Lex, you could definitely be a model. Thank you, Dallas. Dallas, are you working at the bar that you're at right now, or are you just at the bar? Um, you guys are saying I'm bad at communicating, and I talk to you guys almost every day. We're having a conversation right now about rubbing river rocks on your body instead of a washcloth. I don't message you guys every day, but I every single day that I'm streaming, we are talking and having a conversation. You're literally the worst when it comes to communication that I've ever known in my 28 years of existence. I'd rather pay a DHL a paper to Hani than I'd rather pay to DHL a paper to Hani than talk about using stones to wash hair. I'm drunk, but F it. Shout out to the guys over at Twitch. Aw, somebody please go over to YouTube. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, I am streaming on Twitch as well. Poor Tay. Tay is the only person in the YouTube chat right now. No. Nah. Ow. I like how the pager is so foreign to you, you can't say it. I just can't read. Honey just told me all the people at the party I went to were dressed as trees. Maybe it's because you always use the Fortnite tree skin. But if a girl seriously wants you, she wouldn't be so weird about texting. I never had a girl limit our convo to the apps. I feel like some people are weird about giving out their phone numbers. But I wouldn't go off of that, but I think it's easy to tell if a girl like wants to continue the conversation because I feel like it's also partly the girl's responsibility to make the convo fun and not make it boring and just like stale. You know, you can't put all that pressure onto yourself. Shine bright in your outfit, the best jungle leaf with the dinosaur riding to the party. He wants you to be oiled up, riding a dinosaur, wearing a leaf. You look beautiful tonight. Thank you, Tay. I might drink tonight. No, you work tomorrow. Or did you work today? Do you work tomorrow? Shots? No, I'm not doing shots. Not just paper, but the best paper in the forest. What's the best paper, honey? I think he left to go cry. I think that you guys made him think that I can't tell him advice. I have training at 10 a.m. I didn't work today. Hello, hi, welcome. Anything but that 50 shit paper? True. We're having conversations about ladies. Yeah, I can't even get a cute woman to save my life. We told him the truth. Sure. What you doing? We are chatting about everything, honestly. Everything and nothing at the same time. Dude, I think that I put my alert box behind my... There we go. There we go. There we go. It didn't come up earlier on the screen because whenever I first tried to get on, my camera wasn't working, so I did delete the source, then reset my PC, and then my webcam worked, but it was difficult. Gotta go. Super sorry. Gotta go. No problem. I hope that you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for stopping by. How was your day? It was very hot and humid. I live in Texas, and I live in the swamp of Texas. It's very wet. And it was supposed to rain all day, but it didn't. So I was able to get some things done that I needed to get done. But the whole day, it was just like very moist outside. So that was crazy. And then it kept looking like it was going to storm, but it didn't. But yeah, yesterday was the official first day of hurricane season here in the US and in Houston and in Texas. So there is not... Oh, wait, I was going to tell you guys the list for the... Oh, shoot. The list... I'm going to prepare for a party. I'll be back soon. Oh, he's getting you a leaf? The only reason I'm not here chatting is because I don't have my Rue emotes. No! Next time someone asks how my day was, I'm going to screenshot my weather forecast and wait for their confused response. Well, a lot of my days recently have depended on the weather. You know. I've been doing a lot of work outside, so depending on what is going on outside depends on what I can do for the day. But if you didn't know that, I could see where you would be confused. For sure. Wait, let me tell you. Hurricane season names. They released the list of this year's hurricane names. Okay. The first hurricane of this year will be Andrea. The second, okay, I'm just going to go through them, okay? Andrea, Barry, Chantel, Dexter, Aaron, Fernand, Gabrielle, Humberto, Emilda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, Vaughn, and Wendy. I hope everybody can find happiness. Yes, everybody deserves happiness. I can see Humberto hitting Houston smack dab. Hurricane Escobar. No laughing when it comes to talking about hurricanes. But they did go ahead and... This is literally the list. I'm not playing with you guys. From NOAA. It's literally Humberto. I hate how they name hurricanes. It's actually bad. They don't like they just have like this list of names and they just cycle through them like every few years. But yeah, that's the names for this year's. And I don't imagine being like Hurricane Karen is coming. Like, why did they do that? Why did they do that? Nobody wants to hear about Hurricane Karen. Or like, oh, I don't have power, but I almost got Row Country. Oh my gosh, that was about to be so bad. I don't got power right now because Hurricane Tanya went and wiped out my electricity. And I have a friend named Melissa. Like, I do not, like, I hope that one doesn't come anywhere near me because I don't want to associate her with a hurricane. I'm stoned. Nice. Ma'am, I want to speak to your manager. Dude, there's gonna be so many jokes about that one. I mean, like, hurricanes are not funny in any sense, but there will be lots of jokes about that one. You know, they need to call it Hurricane Baskins, that Carol Baskin knocked out my power. Exactly. Hi, Dance and Dominate. What have I missed? A mess. It's been a mess in here. We've been a mess, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I am more prepared for this year than I was last year, but it is not fun, like, for anyone. I always feel bad though because whenever something like one of them starts forming, it's like a 50-50 chance. Not always. It's actually never the same percentage of chance of it actually turning into a hurricane. But like now you guys know I'm gonna be constantly checking the weather again to make sure that nothing's forming. And listen, one formed behind my back, like unbeknownst to me, and freaking TJ sent me the link about it. He was like, "Hey, have you seen this? Like, haven't heard you mention it." It was not coming anywhere near me, thankfully. But I usually try and keep up with all of them, so I was definitely surprised. I got to do better. I got a hurricane headed your way. No, but yesterday was the first official day of hurricane season. So from here until September, no, not September. So now until November, I want to say. Maybe September. TJ's a cop. He's gonna arrest your ass for being stoned. Dude. You guys are gonna literally make him change his whole career because you guys are always saying that he's gonna arrest everybody in chat. Finally, the streams are good again. Is the quality any different? Like, the pixels? Because I did change a few things. If I'm not making chat paranoid, am I really a chatter? Notice how Cube isn't here? What about it? No, but I'm asking if it's any better. Thank you for the follow, Zach. Or can you guys even tell a difference? I literally can't play Connect the Dots, so... Are you saying you can't connect to my acne? Your eyes are something. Something. How often do you get stoned? I was about to say, I don't think I see a difference. Last stream when I was playing Fortnite, there was like 6 people in the chat complaining about my camera quality. And so I ended up getting off stream and having the people, well, there wasn't much help in the call, but I did request help from the people in the call and I changed some things. And then apparently it was worse. So then before I got on today, I changed some more things. And I don't know if it's better or not. It felt like a lot. Well, I feel like TJ was also complaining, but I'll have you know I helped just against Cube. Looks the same to me. And the thing is, when I changed the like FPS, it told me that like it literally like popped up and it was like like streaming at 30 FPS is better than trying to stream at 60 when your computer can't handle it, and then it's gonna make it glitchy. If there's any difference, I say it looks like there's less color, like the hearts aren't as red, carpet's not as pink. I think that could literally just be the color of the lighting in the back though. To be honest. Hydrate. Okay. Cheers. You can see the vacuum in 4K though. Yeah. Tomorrow's trash day, so this color ain't it. There we go. It isn't. Oof. Purple backlight. But that's why the color of the background's changed. Dude, if I put purple on, everybody's gonna complain again. Wait 1 second. Drink water. Wait, I'm almost done. Wait. Okay. Okay. This is how long it takes Hani to type one sentence. What is she doing? I was fixing something. She keeps looking down. Yeah. I'm good now. Let's see. No, Hani types really fast because he does voice. This is what I think Hani does. He does voice and he talks and then he copies what the voice translate. No, he copies what the voice to text said and then he puts it in translate and then he sends whatever that says. So I think that's why sometimes it's a little bit confusing because I think that the voice doesn't always get exactly what he was trying to say right either. So then when he puts it into translate, it's even worse. Do you actually? I don't clean mine out every day. Okay. Do you think that you have to, or do you just like to keep it really clean? But I also don't wash my hair every day, I suppose. Do you think the voice meant to say I should cover myself with the leaf while oiled? Yes. Not any leaf, though. I think he wants, like, a very nice, like, big bird of paradise leaf. Here, wait. I'm finding your outfit. Wait, you might could find a really good one on Etsy. You might could find a really good one on Etsy. Like a really custom leaf. You know how well, you also don't have, you said you don't have AC, right? You just have a fan. And you like do use the windows and stuff. That could be part of it too. Oh no, I'm gonna end up on a list. Ooh, I found it! Oh, why is it like that? Let me get, come on eBay. Here we go. Here we go. I found it, guys. General on Discord. I posted it if anybody wants to buy it. There you go. TJ, that is what Hani wants you to wear to the party, but he wants you to be covered in Vaseline. You're already on several. You don't even know. There was one day, and I don't even know what it was that we were looking at, but it was maybe it was, I think it was you, Terrence, me, TJ, maybe Noel, but it was like it was just like the most, maybe you weren't there, maybe Myth wasn't there, but anyways, it was like the most dangerous, like the most dangerous cities in the US, and we were just like Googling all these things about the most dangerous cities and like sending it back and forth, and I was like, wait, this makes us look really sus. Um, I do. When did I say I didn't? I thought you said one time, like, when I said I wanted to, like, move somewhere, and you were like, you could come live with me, but I don't have AC. Or did I make that up? Oh, no, you said you don't have a door. You have AC, though. I was there, I was driving, and I'm not adding more to that. Yeah, maybe take out I was driving. Cherry Bomb Raid. Thank you, Cherry, for the raid. Welcome. Hi, Psycho. Welcome. Guys, can we get a shout out for Cherry? I'm on multi-stream, so I didn't get the notification, but thank you for the raid. I hope that you had an amazing stream. Cherry on top. That's such a freaking cute name. Hi, Lexi. Hi, how are you? I feel like it's been a minute since you've been here. W Cherry, yes, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I hope that you have a great rest of your night. I did. People would die to be us, yet we want to die for being us. That is a crazy statement. Can we get a shout out for Cherry? Guys, go follow Cherry. Thank you for the raid. How is your stream going? It's going good. It's I've been trying out multi-streaming, and so it's like a little frustrating because you don't get all the same notifications from Twitch on the multi-stream tab where you can see like all the chats. So that's like confusing. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it to where I can get all of the notifications from every platform. But that's all. Other than that, it's been great. Where are you also streaming? On YouTube. Trying to get my watch hours up. No, not Kick, or TikTok. TikTok said I had to like prove my identification to be able to stream on there. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'll just stick to Twitch and YouTube. Oh, nice. Thank you for the biddies. She must not see certain chat messages from multi-stream either. Some of them might actually not come through. We're talking about countries. What's up? Nice. See, the messages come through, but like anything that's like redeemed through channel points on Twitch don't come through on the multi-stream. So that's like what I don't like. Hi, Maxie. How are you? No, but we should all go to the next. We should like make a we should like plan for the next convention that comes up. Like everybody a different costume. It would be so much fun. But I would actually have to go to the convention. Streaming on YouTube is a good idea. For the watch hours, I don't know if you do stream on YouTube at all, but it has helped my watch hours so much and so quickly. It's crazy. Hydrate. Thank you. Cheers for the hydrate. I'm not wearing that costume, and you know you ain't going to no convention. I could. There's nothing stopping me. TJ on Twitch has wash hours. Stop it. He's gonna ban you, actually. I could go skydiving, nothing stopping me. Except the fact that you are scared of heights. I tried, I wasn't getting any views, but it's okay. Well, the thing is, even if like the people that are watching, watching your Twitch stream, if they're like, if a couple of them like have a tab open just with the YouTube on it, then however long they're on your, just having it open adds to your watch time. So my watch time went from like, in the last month on YouTube, went from, I would say like 40 to 700 hours in the last month. Convention at the post office? At the post! Where you went for Christmas and you looked over the lights. She beats us if we don't watch. I wasn't there for Christmas. No, you were there around Christmas and the lights were up and it was so cute. Smart. Yeah, no, try it out and see if it helps you get any more watch hours. Because I was struggling I was getting views on my shorts, but I wasn't getting 10 million views within 90 days. So with the watch hours, you get 365. So that kind of helps you, or you get the whole year instead of just 90 days. It's like 90 days, or it's a year to like every single day. So like if last year on this day you got like 10 watch hours, then those will cancel out. But it hasn't affected me negatively yet in that way. But I feel like in the next like 2 months I should hit the threshold for the YouTube partner. We will see. But it has helped me a lot, so I would definitely give it a try. Going to have dinner now. Nice meeting you. Yeah, nice meeting you. Thank you for the raid. Does TJ just seem like the kind of person to be that annoying guy outside a mall for Salvation Army? What? He would not be there at all. She started uploading here. She only started uploading here in the last like 3 months. We got in a big fight the last few months and then became best buds. Hi, Ezekiel. Yeah, 100% is ringing that annoying bell. I love when Lexi isn't playing Fortnite. I love playing Fortnite though. I actually haven't played Fortnite in months until 2 days ago, and then I stayed up way too freaking late playing it, and that was like so bad. I was so delirious the next day. Good to see you're finally over here. She's catching flies right now. Apparently you're ringing bells, so I don't know which one's worse. First time chatter, welcome. I hope that you're having a great night. Dallas, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Dude, Dallas, I didn't know you were streaming. Were you streaming at the bar? New to your channel. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Hollywood. What are you fixing in Hollywood? You've rang bells before? Nice. No, not that kind of bells. I know what kind of bells you rang. You ring the June bells. Depends on what needs to be fixed. Wait, do you actually do like contractor work? I've been here, I just wasn't typing. The what bells? Terrence knows. Hi, Lucky Ducky. Yeah, how long ago was it when Dallas raided? Please tell me. It's ironic. A fixer is a cover-up guy. A what? Lexi is the best. June bells as opposed to the July bells. Yes. Yes. That is correct. Wait. I get it now. You said that you rang the bells. So I was just letting you know. You didn't hear it from me. I hope you're really ready to throw up hands next time I see you. Dude, I'm not hanging out with you if you're gonna punch me in the face. Dude, that would be a crazy scene because you're like so much taller than me. Like, just imagine, like, you would just push me over and I would fall down. Let me know when you're going to Fighter so I can be there with popcorn. But I will say, I came over here because Twitch gave me ads. No, not the ads. I will say I do have a little bit of muscles, so I might could hold my own, but it would still be a crazy scene. This is gonna segue into a muscle segment. Yep, I knew it was. Dude, there's a delay, so you already knew what I was talking about before you sent your message. Yeah, she'll just run away, miss cardio. I am not that good at cardio. Doing better. Wait. More waiting. Y'all be starting y'all own YouTube boxing? She has more fixing to do? Yes, I was actually. Dude, I'm so confused on why Dallas sent me $3 to tell me that I was beautiful. Like there's like you could have just sent it in chat. It's not like I have a lot of people watching. Is this typically a food channel? I do a lot of food content. I do plant content. I don't currently have any plants in here, but I wish that there was like celestial windows so I could have more plants in here, but well, I guess I could do some of the plant lights, the grow lights, but like realistically they would die if I didn't do the grow lights. I should actually do a shelf with grow lights. That could be kind of cool because I do love plants. I've thought about having a plant shelf, and in my old apartment that would have been perfect. Well, he rated you? Yeah, I know. Good morning, Ruffy. He was drunk. He's drunk. That's the only explanation you need. You can do a cartoon drawing of her after the fight. I think the tire I flipped was the same size as you. Yeah, but here's the thing. If you push me, if it is anywhere like near, it depends on where it's at. But if you're in Houston and you push me over on the wrong street, you might not just be fighting me. You're covering up Pickle Rick. Let Pickle Rick have his moment. You're taking this way too literally. Yeah. I saw your old plant stream on YouTube. I have more plants than that now. I've actually, okay, so I got rid of a few. I've given some to like friends. I've given some away, but I also have more as well now. So that's one big Pickle Rick. I've seen bigger. Have you? How much bigger can Pickle Rick get? When was your last arm day at the gym? Why? I have a little bit of muscles. I'm not telling you why. I will say my arms look larger on stream than they are in person. I feel like I look like very, very, like large and in charge, you know? But I don't think it's that drastic in person. Pretty muscular for a girl. I haven't upped my weights. I haven't upped my weights in my arms at all. But I have been doing like, I'm not that good at it yet, but I've been like doing like a little pull-up action. I want to be able to do 10 pull-ups. And I feel like it's making my arm muscles grow for sure. She's 5'1", can you believe it? But I also I just like being like toned. And that's my main goal. So I'm not upping my weights in my arms. I'm just doing low weight, like more reps. Go girl. Well, I'm not scared of looking like a man as much as I'm very petite, like around I'm larger on my legs and my booty than I am up top. And so I don't want I want to apologize for earlier. I'm a little drunk. No, you're fine. Going for tone then. The goal is to rip the prize back next year like I did. Rip the prize. Oh, rip the prize backpack. Okay. I was so confused at the rodeo. So you look like an hourglass, got it. I ripped the prizes back. I was like, you're gonna take them away? The classic girl physique, I get it. Well, yes, but if I'm too large in my arms, like, let's say I was trying on a size large shirt, it would fit me in the arms, but then it would be like too big around like my waist, so it would be like baggy around my waist, but then it would be like tight at the shoulders and arms. And so that's why I don't want my arms to get any bigger. I'm fine with them being toned, but I don't want the sleeves on my shirts to be like squeezing my arms, you know, because that's just not flattering. And there's no brand that sells petite and buff clothing, you know? That's just not a thing that exists. Only athletic wear is kind of built to where you can have both in that sense. And I'm not trying to wear athletic clothes everywhere, you know, all the time. Cereal is the best Thai food. Nothing wrong with a girl that looks toned. This is Lexi. Yes, I'm a pear. Yes, I have the same issue with my calves. They're too big. So you know what I'm saying, but I mean like the opposite. It would be like my arms. Everything about you is flattering to me. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Ball? I don't have any balls. Is that a saying? Oh. You have to walk around in athletic wear everywhere? Exactly, that's the thing. But I do love, you guys know me, I love a strapless dress. I like having muscles and wearing a strapless dress and just like a sundress, whatever, or a strappy, like little skinny strap top. We've had this conversation way too many times, but I love it with having like tone arms and like a little bit of muscle because I just feel like it looks so sexy. I think everybody's beautiful, but when I like myself or somebody else when they're wearing like a nice outfit and they got that like toned like back, shoulder, arms, I'm like, oh, like I don't know, it just does something to me inside, like internally. I'm just like, oh, I like that, like, you know. I always get compliments when I wear a sundress. I have respect for the gains where whatever they are. I got none of that. When will I see the blonde eyelashes? I also like fit girls instead of just skinny. I mean, like, I don't have anything against any type of girl, whatever. I don't want to sound like that, but I will say that I just think it's better, especially being somebody who used to have like zero upper body strength. Like, it is like living life is so much easier when you have just even a little bit of upper body strength. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I couldn't go back to a point now, like, where I just never worked out just because of like how much easier like simple things are, like getting something silly, getting waters at the grocery store, like putting them in the car, like carrying like pet food. Just the simple things like that that used to be like a little bit of a struggle. I'm just like boom, 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 and it's no big deal at all. Like it's just amazing. I have to get my shirts large, tall, not because of my torso, but because of my monkey arms. Chat, we really need to pick Dallas up. He's been down lately, not sure why. I think everybody needs a little lift up sometimes. But yeah, Dallas, keep your head up. Everything's gonna be okay. Whatever you're going through, it will get better. None of you are allowed to lift me up. I can lift you up, but I'm not going to. I mean, like, you know. Your hair is a good look. I have very freaking long hair. I need to wash it. It's dirty. That's why I'm not like, vroom, vroom, look at my hair. Because it's just so dirty right now. Ow. No, I'm working on my lower body right now. And I'm trying to... I have an outfit that I want to wear. Ow. To show off my gains soon. But I can't ruin the surprise. Not like I'm not gonna be like come out with like the mirror on the booty, but like as in just you guys will be able to tell. Trader Joe's is so good. Trader Joe's is amazing. You're a good friend. I don't deserve you. We all deserve good friends. Made it sound like I was getting sent to the Matrix. You might be. Booty shorts coming soon. I seen your thighs. I think that's enough from you, Emma Frost. No, but like toned thighs, okay? I don't know why I'm saying this in a weird accent. It's not helping me at all. Also, BRB, yes, if I want to see booty, I go to fake Instagram vacation pictures. You can call me Lexi. I go Lexi or Lexitivity. It's literally Lexi, but with positivity in it. So Lexitivity. Like a St. Peach stream, dude. She's amazing, and she had a baby, and her body's still phenomenal. So props to her. She is Wonder Woman, honestly. No. No. But St. Peach is like one of the OG, like she has a big booty, but it is not fake. It is all gym gains, and you can tell the difference just by looking at it. I hear. Oh, you thought it meant that I take lots of laxatives? I've actually never heard that, and I hope that nobody else thinks that Lisa is her name. That's actually crazy. What if people think because I have a food channel and my name's Lexitivity that... Do you think that other people think that it means laxatives as well? Because that's crazy. I was just wondering about how you came up with that name, and I kind of thought about it. And a great mom. Yeah, no, I haven't seen, like, I mean, like, I don't know how great of a mom she is. I'm guessing she's a great mom. But I know that she knows her way around a gym. I understand wanting to show your gains. I haven't gone dancing in a while and have been wanting to go back, but I've made some gym gains. I feel excited to show off my gains. Yay! Not in a rush to go back dancing anymore, concentrating on the gains. Dude, I will say the most important thing while you're doing gyms type stuff is to make sure that you are stretching and stuff, especially if you're going to go back to dancing, because when lifting weights and becoming more muscular and stuff, I feel like you can really easily get out of shape as far as flexibility goes and stuff. So make sure you're stretching, and you don't want to hurt yourself either. Peach has the booty and Lex has the thickness. For me, gym is all about health. The gains come with it as a happy add-on. No, and it's so crazy. Sometimes I will think like I don't feel like going to the gym, and then once I get there and like I'm in it, like it just helps me unwind so much and release stress, like anxiety, everything. It's so great for like mental health as well. I feel stretching is very important. It's one of the most important. It's almost as important as working out, really. Whatever you've been doing, I can tell the improvements. Thank you, Dallas. Dude, I'm having like a weird pain in my arm right now. It's like actually stressing me out. It's like a throbbing, like it's like from here to here to here. It's like it's just like it's like really painful. I don't know what it is. It's what does that mean? Amputate, where's Noelle? Like pulsing? Yeah. It's like not all at the same time, maybe. I don't know. Should I squeeze it? Should I smack it? I implement strength with range of motion. That's why I never need to stretch. Like when I do dips, my elbows go behind my head. That's the key for longevity. She looks better at triple the bit rate. Probably need a massage gun or a massage. Squeeze it, smack it, bop it, twist it. Stop. We're not playing bop it. We're not playing bop it. I work out just so I can eat the foods I like without going up a size of shirt or pants. Now that I have to train for a physical test at the end of the year to join a different unit at work, I now have to actually work out with a purpose. That being said, I gained 6 pounds while being in New York. You'll lose it in a couple days. It's all for the food? Dude, what is this? Oh, the other day I was doing dips for my triceps, you know? And I knew it was time to stop when my elbow, every single time I went down in the dip, my elbow was like pop, 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 pop. And then I'd go up and it would go pop, pop, pop. And then I would go back down and it would go pop, 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 pop. And it would go up and it would go pop, 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 pop. So I was like, I think it's time for me to not be doing my dips anymore, at least for today. That was the last day I did arms because I decided that my elbow needed some time to recuperate and reset. What's going on? Why did Bop It trigger you? Guys, the freaking Bop It machines, they give me so much anxiety because I always lost so quickly when I played them, and then you have to start over. Was that no, it's not the first time, but that usually happens when I get to like my last sets. But it's just because I'm like, I got too much going on. Did the weight trick you when you first used it? Did it trick me? The lower the weight, the harder it is? No. Because I watched a YouTube video. Before I went to the gym. Dude, if you send the boppets, I'm sending them back. Wow, cheater. Dude. That thing looks scary. That wasn't the one I was on when this was happening, though. This is like the seated dip machine. I feel like I did use a Bop It on stream before when I lived in Kentucky. I feel like I used my sister's Bop It. And I feel like I did it for like 2 minutes and I was like, guys, we're switching games for the stream. You gotta use the one you get on your knees for. And pull up. Could you send me a photo of that? There's a game, don't know if you know the game. Basically, you throw cards on the deck with fruits on it and they match them out. Kind you smack the bell. I played it with grown-ups when I was a kid, and when I was faster and they were slower, they always slapped my hand. They slapped your hand instead of just letting you win? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, are you sending it on Discord? I'm actually very... Are you talking about the one where you're like pulling down, or like the one where you're pulling this way? Or is it like an actual like machine with its own weights? And you can't use it for anything else. Dude, people I really don't think that, unless it was like a private gym, I don't think that I could ever like stream at the gym. I would be way too awkward to set up a camera. Like, I would be, like, the camera would be filming the wall. Like, I would be too scared to get other people in my video. Check. Okay. It's weird, not a you thing. But, like, if it was... Oh. They don't have that at my gym. I've seen that I've seen that, I've used it, like, once, I think, at a hotel gym. Bro, just post it in the general chat. I don't go to a franchised gym. The one I use has pull panels at the top too. Yeah, mine doesn't have the knee thing. I do not go to Iron Forge. I've never been there. I'm now in my best dress. I gave my dinosaur 2 unicorns so we wouldn't eat everyone at the party. Who will come with me to go to the party? Honey, what kind of leaves are you wearing? I'll post it. This is the machine that he's talking about. It won't let me. No way. I have to save this image to my phone. I turned it to a higher frames per second. I had it on 60 and it said that my stream would be better at a lower FPS because my stream could not support a higher one. Hi, Ruppy. I've seen girls miss that misuse the dip machine with the knee pad for leg exercises? Yes, they do that all the time at my gym. It's a very popular thing to do. To do like where they do the leg up to do. It's kind of like for a booty workout. No, I'm posting a photo of the machine we're talking about in Discord. But I've never, they don't have this machine at my gym. I'm now in my best style. I just do regular dips, never used a machine. Do you see the machine though that I posted? That's the one that TJ was talking about. There is no one there is no one paying to compliment me in private. But if there was, I would be messaging them. Anyone wants to pay to compliment me in private? Dallas did? No, he sent it on the screen. I like your hairstyle. Thank you. Oh, no, but they sent it publicly on stream. No, you're fine. I thought it was actually funny. I can crack jokes on you for free. Exactly. Would you take money from people who want to worship you? I mean, if they sent it and then they said that they want to worship me, I mean, I wouldn't send it back. But I don't want to be worshipped. Wait. Wait. My gym does have that machine, but it looks different. This is the one that my gym has. Dude, I'm so dumb. The seat on the back of that threw me off. Okay. No, I've used that one. That's the one I was saying I watched the video on because it's the one where the more the less weight, the less resistance. Lovely to meet you. I really ought to be going. I hope that you have a great night or morning, depending on where you are. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, so that's the one that my gym has, except it's really tall. Like, it's really high off the ground. I think this one is too. I think that it's just the angle makes it not look as high off the ground as it is. Like, when you're on it, you're, like, hanging in the air. No, it does have the knee pad, but I don't use it for dips. I use it for pull-ups because it's kind of, like, assisted with the weight. Yeah, no, I just hadn't seen the one that has like the two different machines in one. Honey said we lift rocks, trees, and deer. We don't need this machine to build muscle. Guys, what is that thing that people, there's like a drug that people do. What is it called? It's like not legal, but some people do it and they do it like with other people around them, and it's like an herb. It's not pot, not it's spelt really funny. I feel like that's what Honey's on like every single day recently. What is it called? Um, Hookah? No, not hookah. It's spelled so funny. What is it called? Ayahuasca. Yeah. That one. I feel like that's what he's on. I don't know. Maybe not, but I feel like that's what, never heard of that. I feel like that's what, like, people who are off of that talk like. I don't know. Ayahuasca is crazy. Dude, I've never done that, but there are people in Austin who have. Not people that I was friends with, but like random people you meet out in the and about. They'll just be like ask you, you'll be like walking through the park and someone will just be like, "Have you ever done this?" I'm like, I think I gotta be going now. It's crazy. Is that some sort of steroid? Cube just posted what it is in the chat. It's like a crazy, crazy thing. I don't even know. I don't know if you eat it, if you drink it. I don't know if you smoke it. I don't know how it's consumed, but now you guys know what Terrence's point earlier when he's like, how do you always bring up a word that I have no idea what it is? It is basically a drug that is made from a vine of a plant, and sounds like a mental boost drug. I don't know. People take, yeah, they apparently take it in a dark room full of other people, and they like clear their minds, and then you're like, it's like a hypnotic drug. You can have like a really good trip, or you can have like a scary one. Oh my god. So you think I live in the Amazon rainforest? Honey, do you live in the Amazon? You said you had a leaf in a mountain. The effects are dose dependent. The experience lasts 2 to 6 hours. Those who take it can experience symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, feelings of euphoria, strong visual and auditory hallucinations, strong visual, that mind-altering psychedelic effects, fear, and paranoia. Dude. I saw a story about a girl who did that specific drug, and then after she was off the drug, she was convinced that she was a mermaid. No, you don't take it for gym training. I've never taken it. The only thing I use for gym training is caffeine and protein. Good, yeah. Dude. Why do people do those drugs? She was made in a lab? I mean, I actually have no idea where I was. I think I was conceived in a trailer. But I don't want to think too much about it. Good question. Because it's not banned in those countries. Hey, my parents were poor. I lived in a trailer for my parents' first two houses that they bought together were trailers, and then they bought a house. But they didn't buy the house until I was 3, so I lived in a trailer for 3 years. One of them was a really old trailer, and it had holes in the floor. I've told the story before, but not like big huge holes that you could fall in, but I don't know. I guess I don't know why there were holes in the floor, to be honest. But it was I think it was it was just really cheap. Okay, and anyways, there would be Granddaddy Longlegs, spider. Do you guys know the spider, Granddaddy Longleg? Uh, anyways, and my sister went to school and told her teachers at school that there were octopuses in her that would come out of the hole in the floor of her bedroom in the middle of the night. And so they had to call my mom and ask her if everything was okay and why my sister was saying that there was octopuses coming out of the floor. And my mom was like, "Oh, it's Granddaddy Longlegs. We have a bit of a insect issue at the house." But just because they had so many legs, my sister thought they were octopus. Kentucky octopus. So if it rained and you stepped in one of those holes, you would have a muddy foot. No, I no. There was a little crawl space under the floor, obviously, where like a trailer is on a base, and then they put um the siding around the bottom to cover up the trailer part of it. Granddaddy Longleg is wild. Anyways, remember YouTube VOD, Uncle who watches it. Oh, I mean, this is not a secret. This just happened. When you say trailer, I'm thinking something way different. No, I'm talking here, wait. Dude. There's no way. It's only showing me tiny homes. Can you not buy a regular trailer anymore? Like a regular mobile home? I have an image in my head of the trailer, not the weird stuff she said. Stop it. gosh, Jesus. Like, trailer is in like this, but a lot older. Oh my gosh. Save $10,000 now by giving me your email. Here, wait, let me just show you one. Is she sleeping again? Yes. I literally just looked up my hometown to find your trailer instantly. Like this. Like this. Can I leave the Discord? Let me see. That is it. Stop. No, that is it. That is literally a camper. That is a camper. My grandparents had one of those next to the beach. Yeah. So how this is I don't know what is wrong with my Safari right now. Google. Let me go to Google. Like, I know you've seen these being moved before. This is how they are. They're on a trailer. That's why it's called a trailer. They're built on a literal trailer. They drive them down the road. If you get a double wide trailer, it is literally 2 times the size of a regular trailer. So they split it in half and they drive half of it and then the other half, and then they sit them right next to each other, and then they put them together. And then, so once you get the house where you want to put it, then they put the siding on it. Like this. Okay. Like this one right here. In this photo. I don't know why they did this, but I think it's just because this one's probably just for showing. It has to be. But they literally put little picket fences. This one's a double wide. So it's on 2 trailers, but they use this little picket fence to cover up the trailer hitches. So they think nobody sees them. I saw one flying in it. So, do you drive away when a tornado's coming? No. But that's the kind of house that if you were gonna live in a trailer or a double wide, you would want to either have a relative with a basement nearby, or you would want to like put your trailer near a storm shelter, because the tornado that just happened in Kentucky, most of the deaths were because the tornado went through an area with a lot of trailers, and that's where a lot of those elderly people were living, and a lot of them lost their lives, you know? How long did you live in that? For 3 years. But I remember it. But I think Honey's Twitch isn't working, so that's probably why he's just talking on Discord. I'm trying to see if I can find one of the I'm trying to find the double wide because the double wide is actually crazy. To see. And double, like, honestly, if it wasn't for the safety, like, of tornadoes and stuff, double wides nowadays, like, there's some nice ass double wides. I'm not even gonna lie. And they're, like, very spacious inside. But, like, all of the upgrades are insane. Priced. Paper is not the best material to use for a house. Honey has talked far too much here to be not working. It's way nicer than what I had in my head. Let me see. Well, mine was not this nice, but double wide on trailer. I think I could just literally, let me see if I can here. Let's wait. Wait. Yeah, look at this. Okay. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger just so you guys can see. This is how they come in when it's a double wide.
It's the guts and it's the glory.
What is this music?
I mean, the house has to be made pretty well if they could move it around like they are.
Dude, they don't understand that it's on a trailer.
They just said a lot of mud.
Oh my gosh.
Everything moves pretty quick too.
Wait, let's see. No. Let's see. Find another one. Yeah, here you go.
Welcome to the Riggin Farm YouTube channel.
Oh no.
Our manufactured home from Clayton Homes was finally delivered to our
Look. Okay, watch.
It's 76 feet long and 32 feet wide, and it's separated into two 16 feet wide sections. We ordered this home about 9 months ago when we closed on our construction loan, but the pandemic caused many delays and lots of frustration.
Okay.
The original plan for this day was to work on the garden and make a watering system for the new rabbits.
So look, half of it coming in. Okay, come on, dude. Okay. So look, here's half of his house. No, this one, the one that I lived in was already there, but this is how they get there. Like, you just buy a piece of land, then you buy the trailer, and then you have like, there's all these things they have to do. They have to prep the land, everything, but then they just plop it down. Imagine getting repoed. That happens, and also sometimes, like, when auctions happen, they'll sell the trailer separate to the land. So if you buy the trailer, you have to move it. It's the same thing with houses sometimes, like where you buy the house separate from the land, then you have to pay a company to move the house. Hi, Tony. Aw, you're fine. Where does water and sewage go? Well, you have to, well, this is like in a rural area, so you have to have a septic tank put in the yard. You have to have the water hooked up. You have to pay somebody to do that before you do this. Or you can go in a bucket in the backyard. That's crazy, Kay. Rural is a hard word. It really is. Dude, no, that's crazy, Cube. Also, how many car manufacturers have been doing mobile, like, RV type cars? Rural. Dude, did he even show us? Where's the other side of your house?
Several weeks. We're hoping that it'll be
Look.
completed and fully inspected in order to move in soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll.
So look, here's half of his house, here's the other half, and they just stick them together. Rural. Like, it's less cleanup. Yeah, I don't care about it. Wing hats clean up. I care if I have some rice, period. Yeah. I wanted to show you guys how they stick it together. See, like this guy? He put his on concrete.
Plan.
Dude, how do they get that through there? Wait. JB Weld. Oh my gosh. That is crazy close. Why did he do that sound? Boy.
It was a tight squeeze, but the team's skill got it through.
Yeah, tight squeeze. You ripped off half the
Both
shingles.
halves of the modular home safely on the ranch were one big step closer to getting it set up.
The mailbox is
It's time to move these loads to the
the mailbox is right here.
site and get ready for the next phase.
React stream, I'm stressed. Aw, it must be so nice when it's on concrete. Like, because there's not all the
The
mud.
home has made it to the ranch. Let's break down something that confuses a lot of people. The difference between modular, prefabricated, and manufactured
Ow!
homes. If you're thinking about buying one, understanding these differences is important because they impact long-term value. First, let's define prefab homes. Prefabricated homes.
This little
Prefab
guy.
homes are a broad
I love
term
this
that
little
covers
guy.
modular and
Look at
manufactured
that.
homes. Basically,
That is a good
any
little
home
robot.
that's built in a factory and then transported to its final location is prefabricated.
Look how cute.
Let's start with one of the biggest differences, the foundation. Modular homes are built in sections inside a factory, then transported to the site and set on a permanent foundation. This could be a concrete slab. Homes, on the other hand, modular homes are treated like traditional
look.
houses, meaning they typically never tend to do properly to financing site built.
So now they're hooking up all the plumbing. They lifted it so they could get under it to hook up the plumbing and put it on the blocks.
We didn't have the fancy one when I started working here either. Tube.
Gotcha.
And then on the frame and open the valve, you watch the water go like this in the tube,
Gotcha.
and then that's where you set your shims to.
Gotcha. Okay.
What just happened? Did anybody understand that?
To use the digital level, it is placed on
These are your rough relatives.
setting level or reasons.
Guys, is this a bad time to tell you that's my uncle? I want to see him take that off. Take it off. Move the bus. Wait, they kind of listened? Look at that. Everything's in there. Look at that. The fridge. The microwave, the pantry. That's move-in ready. Look, they even got the bath mat in there. Why is this so exciting to her? Put the other side on. Look at that. From. Stick it together.
Has to be aligned perfectly before being lowered onto the foundation.
You can take a girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl. How do you guys not find it interesting?
It's crucial because even the slightest misalignment could cause issues later on.
Yeah, we want to be aligned. Align that spine. Align that spine. Pick it up, the little robot guy. That's a repo one? Oh gosh. That is not aligned. Get in there, buddy.
Carefully adjust each section to ensure it fits exactly.
They gotta
where it
add
needs to
some.
go.
They gotta add some shims in there. I'm a civil engineer, so I get your enthusiasm. Like, it just never fails to, like, shock me. These are not the best built homes. They're not gonna survive tornadoes and stuff. But, like, the fact that they could just move houses is just, I don't know, it's crazy to me. This is how my back looked 2 weeks ago. Your back looked like a trailer. Respectfully, wow, I think you're one of the prettiest streamers I've ever seen. Not even bugging. Bye, though. Good night. I hope that you sleep well or have a good day. Hydrate from Chad. Welcome, Chad.
So for the moment y'all have been waiting
Cheers.
for, how much did it cost to get this manufactured home?
Wait.
The price for this home is $190,000, and here's a great perk. Delivery is free within 200 miles. Fortunately, our ranch is well within that range, so there are no extra fees for getting it here, and delivery isn't just about dropping it off. It includes connecting the marriage wall,
Okay. None of y'all knew that this was called a marriage. These walls just got married. In holy matrimony.
Reinstalling the vinyl siding and insulating the plumbing jackets to ensure everything is protected against the elements. It's all part of the package, making the process much smoother.
No, he's not peeing in a bucket.
Features of this model
Did you not see them hook up the plumbing in the back?
is that it comes.
The only thing is so once your septic, so you have a septic tank. Once your septic gets full because you're not a part of the city septic, you have to call and you have to have your septic tank emptied. So there's this like, it's sometimes it's covered with grass, but it's at least like a big lid in your yard that it's the septic tank lid. And so whenever that gets full, you have to call. They come, they open the lid. They have this like tunnel type big truck with a tube, and they put the tube down in the ground, and they suck up all the stuff in your septic system. And yeah, you got to pay them like $500 to take your poop.
Equipped with brand new appliances. We're talking a fridge, dishwasher, microwave, and stove, all included in the sales price. And the best part, they're all covered by a lifetime warranty. That's right, I won't have to worry about replacing these appliances anymore.
Bro, he thinks that lifetime warranty is actually gonna stick. They're gonna be like, it was a limited lifetime warranty, and it only includes if your house gets blown away in a tornado. It doesn't include if it's broken after 5 years. It'll probably just like the lifetime warranty is probably just like whatever the product warranty was on that product. They're not replacing your dishwasher. They're not replacing your refrigerator. Scammed. Sorry.
Time soon, which is a huge relief when setting up a new home.
I would say, like, unless you have a septic issue, you only have to empty it, like, once every, like, 3 years. Your shower water doesn't fill up the septic. Or...
What an exciting journey, right?
I don't know. But I do know that you can't flush... Like, you can't flush... You shouldn't flush baby wipes, toilet paper, toiletries... Because all of that does not decompose in there. And so it fills up your septic tank faster. And also it can cause clogging in your system, like in your pipes. It can cause all kinds of issues. And if the people who are taking the stuff out have issues, like if it clogs up their machinery, then you have to pay extra money. So... if you live in a place where you have to have your septic tank emptied, you want to be thinking about that. Hi, Wyatt. Can you move back into one of these? Honey can't flush the rocks he uses to bathe. No, he just washes the rocks off. Where do you put the used toilet paper then? In the trash can. And then you throw it away with your trash.
But let's be real, this house is far from home just yet. Stick around because hope we've given you some...
Dude, look at how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs. Ain't no way you're living in that with 5 dogs. Well, you have like a trash bag in there and you take the bag out and you throw it in the trash can like your kitchen trash. Hi, Booty Bandit. That's gross. What are you watching? I don't know what to tell you, but if you've ever lived in a rural area where you pay for the septic, you will be using bags like this. Here, wait, I actually have some little bags, and you have a little trash can. Put this in your trash can. And then you throw your toilet paper and everything in there. It's fine if you flush a little bit of toilet paper, but you really can't flush wipes. What do you think that women, do you think that women flush their tampons? Like, I don't know how to make that any more PG than it is. Like, you don't. Like, you wrap it in toilet paper and you put it in the trash can. You cannot flush tampons or pads. Pads are covered in plastic. I'm not talking about tampons. I know that. Well, if you think that toilet paper is gross, what do you think about bloody tampons? I'm sorry. This is on YouTube. I'm sorry to anybody who's randomly popping in at this moment on YouTube. Or you have a bidet. Use a bidet to clean your booty, but toilet paper, baby wipes. Pickle Rick. That's Pickle Rick. Stop. 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 Stop it right now. Here you go.
What is a septic system? How does a septic system work? So this graphic, this image of the home, kind of a underground look of what a septic system is doing. It is your drain piping. It's your toilets. It's your kitchen. It's your showers. Yes, it's all the gross stuff. But it goes into that tank.
Okay, there's your tank.
It's a holding tank. It's a decomposing tank. It's a settlement tank. We get those solids to the bottom.
Yeah, the
So then
solids.
What we're trying to do is get those liquids to go out the top and out into that leach field. The leach field is very, very important because that leach field out in the yard, we're wanting those drain tiles, the gravel, the pea gravel to then absorb that drain water down into the soil and down below so it naturally filters. We don't want it coming up to the surface. So that's where that liquid tracer dye really comes into play, is are we seeing it at the surface? That then means we have an issue. What is a septic system? How does a septic system work? So this graphic, this image of the home, kind of a underground look of what a septic system is doing. It is.
Yeah, so all of your solids, so all that toilet paper you're flushing, all of your waste, and all of your feminine products that you are flushing are gonna just fill up this whole tank a lot faster than you would fill up the tank if you were just putting your human waste into this tank. So what happens, the tank comes up to here like with water, and then the water overflows into the grass and into the leach drain field. Not into the grass, but it goes into this drain field. And then it doesn't go up to the top. It goes down here, okay? It's not like you're not stepping on it when you're in the yard. If you are, then you have an issue going on. But it should all come down here. Yeah. Leach field. It's like a drain field. So the extra water. So look, your house brings the stuff into here. It drops down. And then once it gets high enough over here, then that excess water from like your showers and your pee, whatnot, goes into the leach field. Terrence, am I explaining this correctly?
It's your drain piping. It's your toilets. It's your kitchen. It's your shower.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have to get somebody out to clean it. Yeah, it's not a job that you would like. I'm amused. Guys, there's more people watching than there was before I started talking about this, so I think it's a popular topic. Would you like to install the plumbing at my house? No. But I think, here, wait. Here you go. Here's another one. But this one's, I'm not using any of the, there are live footages, but I'm not doing that to you guys. Because I like you guys. Okay? Here. Oh my gosh, wait. I don't know what, oh. I don't know about this one. But it's actually showing you guys how it works. So look. Here it is. It's about to overflow. It's about to overflow. And then it goes here. And then that goes into the leach area. So look. It's coming out. It's going to come up here. And then it's going to make the grass grow. It's fertilizer. It's fertilizing. It's fertilizing. But this is still like way below where your feet are. No one flushed a banana. They ate a banana and then that's their body flushing it out. They're trying not to show you just floaters, okay? Do snakes not enter the toilet in such a case? No, there's no snakes getting in there. Luckily. They can, but frogs are more common. Stop it. Floaters. Stop it. I know that Honey is imagining a frog like jumping into places a frog should not jump. Stop it. Ribbit. Dude, I wish I could show you guys some of these because you just don't understand how much like toilet paper and stuff does not. A little bit of toilet paper is fine, but like people who use a whole wad of toilet paper every time they use the restroom, it does damage to septic tanks, and that's why like oh my gosh, I like to be a plumber at a mall. I would hate it. I would hate my life, honestly, because all of those like septic lines are just connected. I don't even want to think about it, honestly. Nothing has ever crawled out of my toilet. Same. The only time that I think you would have to worry about that is in some other countries. I've never heard of that happening in like the US unless it's in a porta potty or like one of those type of situations, but not in the house as long as it's like you have a normal home. Women use so much toilet paper. Well, we do have to wipe when we pee. I'm going to avoid this trauma. It means that fruits and vegetables grow from human feces. Honey, nobody's putting their garden right on top of their septic tank in the ground. There are different kinds of septic tanks as well. It's a little different if you have city septic though, like I currently have city septic, so like the tank, like it just goes into like the city sewage, but at that, like when you do that, you do have to pay for sewage costs. So dependent on the amount of water you use, then you have to pay a sewage fee based on that. Plumber talk with Lex. I still can't get over the floaters. Why did she call it that? I don't even want to explain why I call it that, and it's not because of me. It's because of my the lady that was the leader of my youth group growing up. What's the matter with fertilizer? You can even bury your grandma underneath your tomatoes and make sauce from it. I've never thought of that. Hey Lexi, hi. My grandparents are still alive. Still need toilet paper with a bidet. That's true, but you don't need to use as much. You sound like you went to boarding school. I went to public school. Actually, I'm the only one of my siblings who graduated from public school. My other siblings were homeschooled. Bidet is insane. Toilet paper is only to dry with a bidet and you use a fraction. And it makes me wonder. Human body can be made into trees. I think that's kind of beautiful. I do think that's cool when people do where you you mix the ashes with the soil and then you plant a tree. That's pretty cool. So you were the public school experiment? No, my older sister hated school, so she went to school until she was in 8th grade, and then she got homeschooled, and then the same thing with my younger sister. And then I have 4 more siblings who are currently in school, but they're all like super young. So I'm guessing they will graduate public school. But my sisters both hated public school. And I liked it. And I also had like really bad ADHD, so there was no way my mom would have ever let me be homeschooled. My mom would have never let me be homeschooled. I was way too ADHD. Like I would have never been able to be taught. Poop makes the best houses. I'm one of 6. I have 2 full sisters, 1 half sister, and 2 half brothers. My parents are divorced. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Go live in India and enjoy the open air sewage. I think I like it in the US. Buying a stairway? Sure. You have 6 siblings. I am not from a super religious place, no. I like your hair. Thank you. I did go to church growing up. But my entire family is not super religious, no. You gave me single kid vibes for a second. Dude, I might as well have had like 45 siblings. From the time that I was 3, my mom had a daycare. From the time that I was 3 till I was 19, my mom had a daycare in our home. So there was anywhere from 5 to 14 kids at my house at all, like Monday through Friday. So I have a lot of patience. Kids don't bother me. But I think it was a form of, I would say, like birth control for me though. No, my mom, we moved into the regular house when I was 3, and then she started her daycare. It wasn't in the trailer. Was your mom allowed to discipline them with spanking? No, not spanking, timeout. You seem grounded though. Chill vibe, chill vibe. I was not homeschooled. I graduated from public school. Only lived in it for 2 years. I think we moved out like shortly after I was 3, so definitely 3. Um, but I was a little hard on my siblings for being homeschooled. I was like, I don't know, I just didn't understand it. I like wanted to be homeschooled, but at the same time, like, I liked the socialization I got from school. So I'm glad that I went to public school. I would have ended up being a complete weirdo if I would have been homeschooled. How do you know so much about them? How do you know about anything? I had a lot of friends that lived in them growing up. You get curious, you see them driving down the road. You see advertisements for them. You did though. You're totally normal thanks to the public school. I'm totally normal thanks to public school. I'm so happy about it. How does homeschool even work? Do they have to take part in state exams? They have exams and then they get, well, I don't know. There's a bunch of different homeschooling places that you can go through, but the ones that my sisters did, this was like, well, they did 2 different ones, but my older sister, the one that she did, it was, I would say like 2015, like 2012 to like 2015, and they sent her books in the mail, and so she would have to do the books and then send them back in, and then she would have to go to a like facility on like the weekend and take like the state tests and stuff, and then they would send them in. So she couldn't just like look up the answers to the books online because she had to go take these tests that were like in person. Public school is rough, but socializing is the best part of growing up. You seem pretty normal, what can I say? I mean, I don't think I'm like the most normal, but I also like, I think I'm fine. Normal? I wouldn't say normal, but I'm fine. I function in society well. How is homeschooling legal? Wild concept to me. I mean, I didn't learn through homeschooling, so I don't really have anywhere to speak on it. But I will say that one of my good friends, Dom, you guys know, he was homeschooled, and he's very smart. Not much is normal about you. I saw chat while vibing before going out. Normal? Hey, homeschooling would be great. You can easily get ahead of kids who go to public school. No, that's what Dom did. I think he graduated like earlier than he was supposed to from regular school. So he started college like way earlier, and so he has like a higher education than he should be able to have at his current age. Because he started college early. Anyways. Leaking other people's personal information. I think it's public. Homeschooling would be great. You can easily get ahead of kids who go to public school because the dumb kids hold the smart ones hostage. Doesn't he play WoW? I don't know. I have a master's in street science. Sure. For example, it's easy to put a kid in that position. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round. That's literally all I'm doing. You're thinking about triumphant. But I'm saying he has like compared to like anybody who graduates from regular school, he had like more time, I think. I love your hair. Thank you. But also, anyways, back to what we were talking about. Like, I'm just like a very curious person about like things in the world. So I like to know things about things. As far as like technology goes, like the camera settings and stuff, that goes like way over my head. But like I can tell you all about septic tanks and electricity and what wires you shouldn't connect to the other wires, and I could tell you about building furniture and that kind of stuff and painting and like all of that. How like I can build you a fence in your yard, and I can weatherproof it, I can paint it, I can stain it. I can make you some vegetables. I can grow you some tomatoes, and I can grow you some food. I can cook. But as far as like the technology thing goes, I'm not that great at technology, to be honest. I know CPR. I need to get recertified, but I've been CPR certified since I was 14. I know a lot about the speedrun of that game. I love your curiosity. Many people take it for granted. Well, like, people act like I'm dumb because I don't know things about certain topics, but like I know a lot about other stuff. Once you become opinionated, you're ready to speak your mind, of course, and stand up for yourself. But when you're a kid, it's not up to you most of the time. That's true. And also, I do think that, especially when it comes to certain things, like my grandma was a very, like, she was a nurse, but she also was constantly, like, when she wasn't at work, she was always building something, and I would help her build stuff. She was always baking, so I would help her bake, and cooking. Like, everybody in my family cooks. And so, like, I learned that kind of stuff from, like, a very young age. Like, and I lived in a place where it wasn't that easy to go and get takeout dinners. So, like, either you cooked or you were eating, like, chicken noodle soup from a can, you know? And that stuff was, you had it in the cabinet, but it wasn't, like, to just eat on a random Tuesday night. Like, that kind of stuff was, like, if everybody in the house, including the mom, is sick, like, you'll bust out a can of that just so that, like, the family can eat, you know? But it wasn't like, the canned dinners wasn't something that was something that you would have very often. You can stream, that's something. Barely! This thing's barely going. Don't you dare talk shit about chicken noodle soup. No, I like chicken noodle soup, but I'm saying, like, if we were making chicken noodle soup, my mom would be like homemaking it unless everybody was too sick and you had to eat the canned soup, you know? So talking about septic systems, no. Chicken soup is fine. True. I can tell right now that you're a good person. And then also, like, because the house that I grew up in, not the trailer, but, like, the house that I grew up in had septic issues. And, like, I'm talking because it was built in, like, the house that I grew up in was built, like, in the 1940s. Okay? Like, I mean, I know you guys are like, it's not that old. It's really old, okay? Maybe the 50s. Anyways, they didn't build the septic system right. So, like, I would say like 8 years after my parents bought the house, this might have even been, I don't know. It doesn't matter. The timeline doesn't matter. But they had to have the whole entire front yard of my house dug up, and the septic system reran, and they had to redo the leaching system, and like our whole entire, the septic wasn't in the backyard, it was in the front yard, and so our whole entire yard was like a big pit for like at least a week, I would say. So this is a very core memory in my brain. Like, and I was, my mom, I was probably like 10 or 11, and my mom would be like, Lexi, get back in the house, because I'd want to be out in the yard, like watching what's going on. I'm like, I'm like that kid who's like, what are you doing now? Like, what are you doing now? What is that for? And my mom would have to like reel me back in, because I would be like trying to figure out the ins and the outs of the septic system that was going in. I don't like the word leach. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just what it's called. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like it wouldn't, if it wasn't like such an expensive thing, like it wouldn't be so like such a core memory, because I just remember my mom being like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, this is how much it's gonna be to fix. And then here's the real tea. They didn't even do it right. When the company that did it didn't even like fully do it right, so she still had issues afterwards. But yeah, it's like a whole ordeal, and it's crazy when you don't have city sewage. Hi, Juan. W contractor Lexi. We are talking about plumbing again now. I thought you would mean everything is something. Well, here's the thing, is that, Kay, you don't get to choose. Like, if you live in a rural area, like, you're just not going to be attached to the main sewage. You're going to have your own, like, septic tank in your yard. Did you have a ghost? There probably were ghosts there. I didn't mess with them, so they didn't mess with me. Trailer Park Girl. Terrence, if she asks, I'm not driving at the moment. Hey, no driving and chatting. Gonna reset my router. Your mom sounds like a good person. No, my mom is an angel. She's done a couple things that I didn't like in her life, but I'm sure I've done some things that she didn't like as well. So we're even when it comes to that. But other than that, my mom is an angel, and she deserves the world. Connecting to a septic tank instead of public sewage system can be beneficial for several reasons, primarily due to the cost and environmental impact. Septic tanks are often more affordable solution, especially for single homes or small developments. They also use natural process for waste decomposition, potentially reducing reliance on energy intensive treatment plants and minimizing the need for chemical treatments. There's nothing wrong with my septic right now, but I was telling you about when I was growing up. You shouldn't have issues with your septic if it's done correctly in your house. Like, you shouldn't have issues, but you can. Who said Trailer Park Girl? I think that the word trailer park has such a negative, like, connotation, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, nobody, when you're a kid, you don't get to pick, like, if your parents are rich, if they're poor, and, like, especially if you grew up with younger parents, unless you have, like, a generationally wealthy family. Like a lot of people's parents struggled when they were younger, you know? And my parents struggled. They didn't have a lot of money. And I don't think it's like that's where I came from and that's just how it is. And although it would be cool to have been like some rich kid, I wouldn't be the same person today. I don't know who I would be if I came from a rich family, but I definitely wouldn't be the same person I am today. And I wouldn't know so much about septic tanks and building and cooking and stuff. So I appreciate all of that, to be honest. Eminem lives in a trailer park. My mom lives in a trailer park. There's nothing wrong with trailers. Like I said, they're actually like pretty freaking nice, especially nowadays. I lived in a very old, like falling apart, hadn't been taken care of trailer. A bunch of houses here from the 50s used to dump sewage straight into the sea. Yeah, that's bad. I'll tell you this. What are you telling me? It's wholesome. I just don't know how else to tell you. Like, I learned all this stuff just from experiencing it, like, growing up. And the guy, so I told you guys, the guy that I picked, the date that I went on when I was like 18, I would say, with the guy who we picked beans, or not picked beans, we broke beans on the porch. The guy that I broke beans on the porch with, the guy, okay, I lived in a very small town, okay? So my mom babysat this guy's kid. His family, generation after generation, they owned a septic tank business. So they had septic tank trucks. Like they had like 3 big trucks and they would like come empty your septic tank. So my mom babysat his kid, okay? So they would like do, he would either give my mom a deal or my mom would be like, hey, the next like month of babysitting is on me. You empty my septic tank, right? So they would trade like daycare for septic tank, okay? No, he was younger than my mom, but it's because his family owned the business, so he was just kind of like brought into it that way. But listen, the guy that I went out with, he was like 22, 23, I don't know, probably 22, but I was 18, he was like 22, I don't know, but listen, so the guy who my mom babysat his kid, the dad of the kid that my mom babysat, okay, he like randomly, it was like on a Saturday, like came and knocked on my mom's front door, okay? I'm like in my bedroom doing whatever I was doing, and he asked my mom, he was like, hey, how old is Lexi? And she was like, 18? You know, like what, like why? And he's like, I have somebody I want her to meet. And it was like one of his friends, like a family friend, and it was the guy, and so like my mom's like, oh yeah, that shouldn't be an issue, like whatever, blah blah blah. So my mom basically set me up on this date with this guy to go break beans on the front porch, and so that's how I ended up there, was because of the guy who emptied my mom's septic tank. Set me up with this dude who broke beans together. Weren't you 18? Yes. 22 and 18 is crazy. We broke beans. It never went further than that. We hugged, actually. We hugged when I left. And he stepped on my shoe. She wanted your septic tank. K, hello? I don't even know what that means, but I'm terrified. You hugged? Yeah. No hugging? No, I think that my mom just thought, she was just like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, like. Anyways, it was fine. What does break beans mean? Literally, when you have a garden and you grow string beans, you have to break the ends of the beans off and take the strings off, and then you put them in a thing, and then you can can them. But you don't want to eat the ends, so you actually you break beans. So like whenever you where I'm from, you would have like some friends or family over, and you guys would break beans together, and then somebody would can them, and then you guys would split the beans. You would have everybody would have a bucket of beans, and then there would be a bucket in the middle that you would throw the ones that were that you were keeping, and then you would have a bucket for the ends. And so everybody would just get together, and you would just be chatting and have a bonfire, and you just be breaking beans together. Put them in mason jars and store them for years? Yes. Yeah, actually producing food. No, this is not some kind of code word. Breaking beans is not code for anything weird. I mean, you can pickle them, but this is just jarring so that they stay good. Just regular green beans in a jar. So you try and that's gotta be some country shit in America that I didn't think in Australia. I mean, you also we would so my grandparents I've told this story, but my grandparents after they have a huge farm, but after they stopped doing as much produce, as they got older, they leased out a lot of their land. So how that works is my grandpa owns the land. He'll lease it out to a farmer. The farmer can grow his crops, his or her crops on the on my grandpa's land, and then they pay my grandpa to be able to do that, and then they give him a percentage of whatever the food that they grew there gets. So the land is getting taken care of. My grandpa makes money easy. Okay. But once they stopped doing that, we didn't. But once they stopped making their own produce, they still have a pretty decent sized garden, but they aren't getting as much as they were when they used to use their whole fields for food, you know. So when we would run out of corn for my grandma's garden, we would go to the Amish and get they would literally just sell the stalks with the corn still on them, okay? The big stick, they would literally just sell those. So we would drive my grandpa's truck. He would get 15 of those, okay? You'd take them home, you'd pull the cobs off of the stick, okay? And then you would sit and shuck the corn, and then my grandma would use this tool that she has to get all the corn off the cobs, and then she would can the corn. But we would have bean breaking parties. We would have corn shucking parties. That's the best kind. Shuck them, yeah. Why not just go to the grocery store? Because when you have it, you know what's inside of your food. And I don't know, my grandma's just never was raised like that, just to go and buy corn. She's just cans her own. Still to this day, her whole basement is full of canned goods. Are you in Louisiana? No, I'm from Kentucky. You're saying you did that all the time, somehow that was a bad date? The reason it was a bad date is because I didn't want to go out with this guy. It was like it was a blind date with a guy that I'd never met. The thing is, it was like less than like the guy who did the septic tanks, we broke beans at his house. And it was like literally like less than 5 minutes away from my house, my mom's house. So it like it was fine, but it was not my idea. All right, gotta go. You're on late for real. Bye, Myth. No, like this guy was really country too. Literally, he told me, he asked me. He asked me while we were breaking beans. He had like long, not like long hair, but like longish curly hair, and he was like, you think you could cut my hair for me? And I was like, cut your hair for you? And he was like, yeah, I could use a haircut. And I was like, no, I can't cut your hair. Like, what do you mean? Can I cut your hair? Like, I would give you a buzz cut. And he goes, yeah, but he's like, it would be fine as long as you like it. And I was like, oh heck no. I don't even know you. He was like, I don't care as long as you think it looks good. Which is like, it's like, it is like, I was 18, okay? Did someone say buzz cut? I was 18, like, that was a lot for me at 18. I was like, this guy's trying to marry me. This guy's trying to make me his hair cutter and breaking beans. That's innocent. It's innocent. But I was like, Mom, come pick me up. I trust you to make mine look good. I need layers and texture. Especially because my mom set me up on this date, breaking beans date. And then like I get there and the guy's like, can you cut my hair? I only care about what you think about me. I was like, dude, I've known you for 5 minutes. Like, it was just overwhelming, I would say. Tom Petty's last date with Mary Jane. Did your mom know his age? I actually don't know if she did or not. I mean, like, I was 18. This is a long time ago. I don't remember. He wasn't wearing overalls. But he was definitely wearing jeans and boots. Your mom set you up, basically. But that was the first and last time she did that. It was fine. Was he wearing a nice shirt? Actually, I think he was wearing like a button-down shirt. I don't remember it being not nice. Did he have a red flannel shirt? Was it you? I don't remember. Did you go on a date? Did you go on a bean breaking date with me when I was 18? Are you trying to figure out if the story is about you? Dude, imagine he's in chat. You look 22 to me now. I'm 25. That would be crazy considering he was like very not social media savvy at all. I have a friend who tells me her mom is constantly trying to set her up. She'll ask the guy at the drive-through. She'll ask the guy at the drive-through if they're single, embarrassing her all the time. That is odd. But there are some parents who just like don't understand why their kids are not like married or in relationships yet, and I don't know. It's just, do you still live in the country? No. I live in Houston. A little bit out of this country. Can somebody type that I'm on YouTube as well if people don't want to see the ads? I think it's more some parents want grandkids. Well, that's true too. But like, I'm not saying me in particular, but some people who had like traumatic childhoods are not in any rush to get married, or I don't know. I just feel like that's a thing. And then like with social media and stuff, it's like impossible to, it's really hard to like genuinely date because it's crazy. I don't know. Like I would be totally, I mean like other than, I mean I enjoy streaming, but if like if the streaming never existed and the internet didn't exist, I would probably be like, I would honestly, I would probably be like married with 3 kids somewhere in the countryside. I'm not even gonna lie. I would probably have like a farm with some animals. I would be ballerina farms, honestly. I would have found like some guy at a rodeo or something. Wait, did you tell them? I'm sorry, Terrence. I'm I'm also live on YouTube, you don't have to watch ads. I have like, because I'm partnered, there's a certain amount of ads that have to play like every hour. So if you don't want to watch the ads, you can just watch on YouTube. That's what Terrence was trying to say. 6 string. I wish I was born in the 70s or the 80s. Kind of same. You said your her mom set us up telling me she was interested, wanting my number, gave it to her. I found out later that was not the truth. That's crazy. That's a little much. And I feel like with the mom pressuring her like that, it's gonna make her like even less likely to want to find somebody and like get married like that. And you know, maybe she doesn't even want kids. It's tough when you have that kind of pressure. I do not have that kind of pressure from my parents at all. Which it might help that my siblings have kids, but, and then like my dad just has a ton of kids, which I love all of them. I have a lot of siblings. I have a big family, and I love my entire family. And when I go home to visit, it's just always such a great time. It doesn't feel like home anymore when I go visit. It's still, I get a little homesick when I'm there for a while. I just wish I could take my family with me to Texas, but I can't. Lexi, queen in the castle. Queen in the castle, bring me my crown. You must be a great auntie. I literally, my favorite, especially one of my nieces, she was born, I spent a lot of time with her before I moved, and I like I took care of her as like a newborn baby. Like my mom watched her in daycare. I was always at home. So like when it was nap time, like I rocked her to sleep. Like we would I would sing her lullabies, and like it got to the, like, you guys are gonna be like, this is weird, but it's so freaking cute. But even when she was like like 6 or 7 months old, like before her baby's talk, right? Like I would be like rocking her to sleep, and I would be like singing her a lullaby, and she would start humming like the lullaby that I was singing her. It's like the cutest thing ever. Anyways, I have like a bond with her that's like different than any of my other like siblings or like nieces, nephews. Like whenever she like sees me, she's always like, she's 8 now, and she still like jumps into my arms. She's like, Lexi, like every single time. They all do, but like we have almost like a like we have a different connection. I feel like we're just like, she will always be like the niece that or like my niece that I'm closest to. What's the door behind you? This is a bathroom, a restroom. This is a closet, and this is a door. My friend does want a boyfriend and a family, but she's shy about it. I mean, I don't know what do you mean she's shy about it? Like she's awkward about meeting people? On Twitch and other online platforms. It's behind her. That's Pickle Rick. He gets scared sometimes, but he's fine. That's just his face also. Show your bathroom. Is it nice? I'm not showing my bathroom. There's currently plants in my shower. There's like 5 plants in my shower. I want to see an American bathroom. There's actually lots of YouTube videos. We were watching them earlier of American bathrooms. Don't ask why we were watching them. Pickle Rick! No, that's fake. What do you mean it's fake? I seen him move. So the mom is not horrible. Probably, as I probably made her sound. I think she's just trying to help her shy daughter. Yeah, but I mean, like, asking random people at the drive-thru, like, that's a little crazy. But, like, I could see if you're, like, I don't know, if you're at, like, a car lot or something, and you see somebody, and she's like, oh, that guy's cute. And then the mom's like, hey, do you have a wife or whatever, or a girlfriend? Like, maybe I could see that, but, like, you're just, like, at Wendy's, and the guy on the speaker, like, comes over the mic, and you're like, do you have a girlfriend? That's a little crazy. Dude, drive-thrus terrify me. Carla had a drive. Yes, because I don't know. I feel like if you were looking at cars and like a car salesman was talking to you, you would at least have like a conversation with them. I'm saying like somewhere where you had a chance to actually talk to the person more than just like, hey, I want a quesadilla at Taco Cabana, you know? They're both weird, but I'm saying like one that would make more sense is one where you would actually have a conversation with the person, like whether you're building rapport. There's no rapport in a drive-thru line. Car salesmen try and build rapport because they think it's going to get them a sale for the car. She has good memories of Dairy Queen. Dude, I've never offered to pay for somebody behind me's stuff again, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. The fact that I was on stream when that happened too was crazy. I gotta start doing IRLs again. I need my sister. She won't get on though. So you gotta be strong. I think that's what she does, what you said. If my friend says the guy's cute, that's where the mom comes in. Oh, okay. No, I was on stream at Dairy Queen one time, and I don't even remember. Somebody in chat was like, hey, buy the person behind you's food. I'll pay for it. And so I did. And then I pulled over because you aren't allowed to eat and drive, but I pulled over so that I could talk to chat and eat my food that I had just gotten. And I thought it was a lady. And it was a dude, and he pulled into the parking spot next to me and asked for my number on stream because I paid for his food, but I thought it was a lady. I thought it was a little old lady with short hair, but it was a dude that was like my age. And he thought I was trying to flirt with him by buying his food, but it was dark outside. It was like 10 o'clock at night. So men can't get free food? That's messed up. I wouldn't have paid, if I was going to pay for a guy's food, I would have not parked right in the parking spot outside of the drive-thru. I would have kept going. But like some little old ladies got places to be, so I was like, I'm going to pick somebody who's not going to stop. And then of course the person stops. Oh boy. Parking after paying for them was a mistake. They thought you were waiting for them. I was trying to talk to chat. Was I supposed to go to a different parking lot? Here's also the thing. My sister could not read chat to save her life, and I'm not allowed to read while driving, right? Understandably. So she would be like, I'm like, did anybody say anything? And she's looking at it. She's like, yeah, people are talking. And I'm like, what are they saying? And she's like, I don't really think anything that we need to talk about. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, just read the chat. And she would be like, she just couldn't. I don't even know. Like, it was bad. So I had to pull over to read the chat. How do you mistake a dude for a lady? It was pitch black outside. So what were you supposed to do to say yes to his date? He asked me for my number, and I think I gave him my Snapchat. Cause I used to like post on Snapchat every day, like updates. You don't even have to explain to yourself. Do you not have the street smarts to do IRL streams? Dude, you couldn't even figure out how to park and pay when we had dinner together. And there was empty lots all around. You were like, there's nowhere to park. You parked like 5 blocks away from the restaurant. Your sister needs some Twitch training. The thing is, she will never. I've tried to get her every single time I went home to visit. I've tried to get her to stream with me. She was in the background of when last time I was home, but like not the background isn't in the picture, but she was like talking in the background. It's not street smart. It's supposed to be being a dinosaur. Do you watch streams? Not really, but why? Remember when the guy came in chat asking you for advice? The fact his girls keeps him limited to IG says it all. Like how you gave him your Snapchat soft rejection. I will say though, like I've had friends who gave guys their numbers and like they were actually crazy to where like they had to get a new number because the guy would just like keep like they would use like they kept like getting new text now accounts and would like keep harassing them. So I could see it in that way. Like if you've had a bad experience like that, you might would just want to talk until you trust the person. You might would want to talk mostly through messengers. But that's like a very situational thing. I feel like most people haven't dealt with that, but I do have a couple friends that have. So you're gonna let this one bad experience not let you do it again? Are you gonna get sick? Are you gonna let getting sick at the rodeo this year stop you from ever going again? I mean, no, I will go to the rodeo every single time next time because I've got to build my immune system. I'm gonna volunteer. I'm gonna face my fears of all the nasty people that are gonna breathe on me. If anybody brought the sickness, I spend most time like at my house or in nature or at the gym. Like either TJ, who's like rolling down random people's windows every day, or Noelle, who traveled from Chicago to Houston. One of them definitely brought the sickness. It was not me who just traveled down the street to go to the rodeo. I'm sorry. I will die on the hill that I did not bring the sickness. Do you remember when none of y'all went to the doctor to see what you had? I don't have good insurance, and TJ would not go, and Noelle would not go, and Noelle works at a health facility where he could literally just pick up a flu, a COVID, a freaking strep throat test, and he was like, nah, we're good. Lexi needs a good old cowboy. The gym seems like a good place to catch something. They go to the gym too. Well, I don't know about Noelle. By the way, guys, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post cooking shorts on YouTube and plant videos sometimes. It's sus that the girl always tells us. It's because I don't have good insurance. It would be like $400 for me to get all those tests. Me, Noelle, and TJ. Me and two people from chat went to the rodeo together, and we all got sick afterwards. Like not like throwing up, but we all ended up with like flu-like symptoms. And they tried to blame me. They traveled here, and they tried to blame me for getting them sick. After we spent time playing fair games at the rodeo. And then they ate food without washing their hands. Actually, I had hand sanitizer. She gave us bronchitis. Go to Mexico, get checked out. It will cost you $10. I don't think I should go to Mexico at all. To get checked out, to go to the doctor. Anyways, guys, I gotta get off soon. It's literally 4 a.m. I went to the doctor 3 years ago and like 7 years before that. This is why you don't share food or drinks. Nasty. Y'all shared a lollipop. We did not share a lollipop. Hello? The only thing we shared was a pickle pizza that I got cut into 3 different slices. TJ ate 1 slice of the crust and almost threw up all over everyone because he hated it. And then no, we did not eat or drink after each other at all. Noelle and I shared popcorn. A bucket of popcorn. That's why you don't eat pickle pizza. I think Pickle Rick did it because he was offended that we ate pickle pizza. He was terrified. This was the look on his face the whole time. I did not almost throw up. You said, ugh, just like that. And you were like, oh. And then you were like, and you like swallowed it, and then you like didn't eat the rest. Why did you and Noel offer to pick up TJ? Why didn't you and Noel? I tried to, first of all, before we even went, I tried to get him to go back and change his shoes. We were so close. He could have literally changed his shoes. He's like, nah, I'm wearing the outfit. I'm at the rodeo. I'm wearing these boots. They were Timberlands. Okay? Then we get there and we're going through all these booths. There's like all these shoes and stuff. And I'm like, do you want to buy a pair of shoes? He's like, no. I'm not buying a pair of shoes. I'm like, you actually like might need a pair. No. I'm not getting a pair of shoes. Okay? So he had all the opportunities, and then I didn't feel bad after that. I was like, I gave him all the opportunities. He was limping on the way in. Like, dragging his left foot. Wait, why did you want to change shoes? Because one of his shoes didn't even have shoelaces. That's why he was dragging his foot, because he was already set up for failure because he had both of his laces in the same shoe and he thought he had lost one of his laces, but it was in the other shoe. Why didn't you give him your shoes? My boots would not fit him. They barely fit me. Unless they already broken, you didn't tell me. So yeah, then we're walking around getting a lot of steps in, and then he breaks the sole of his shoe, and then he's sitting there walking around on a shoe that's going like, here's the actual shoe and here's the sole, like every time he steps, like it's just the rubber, like rubbering against each other. So it was literally like he was just stepping in a pile of mud over and over again. He's lucky he didn't roll his ankle, honestly. No, there was other people in Timberlands, but his were in bad shape. Hey, Lexi. Hi, how are you? Okay. Anyways, it was crazy. And then when we were leaving, he was like, I should have worn my tennis shoes. I was like, shut it. No more complaining from you. Because I tried to get him to wear the tennis shoes to begin with. My theory is that she saw the boots were cracked in the soles when we first left to the rodeo, and she told Noel that they were going to walk fast to wear them down even more. Yeah, you are very wrong about that. He says that I walk on 4 times speed. That's how I don't get kidnapped. I walk faster than the kidnappers can run. He has longer legs than them too. You're telling me if I want to be a criminal, I just need to walk faster than him and he'll give up, apparently. You tore his shoe, got him sick, and won't even go on a ride along. I talk faster than you can run, so you better start the cardio. Oh dear. Y'all mean. Guys, I gotta go to bed. It is 4 o'clock officially. When I walk really slow, people leave me alone. I can't say 100% sure, but the energy I give is different when I'm just walking calmly. I walked like I had somewhere to be. I'm not gonna lie. Ow, guys, my ow, 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 ow. My arm's doing that thing again, guys. Ow. I have no idea what it is. What is wrong with my arm? It's like they're here, and then it like goes up to my neck. It's like a shooting pain. What does that mean? Dude, I have no idea. She didn't even look back. Well, I just saw Noel in my rearview mirror, so I thought you were with him. That's the nerve you're probably talking about. But why is it like a pulsing pain, like a shooting pain going through it? It's my right arm. Set it to 8,000 on both. If I can remember that, I'll do that. But, maybe your nerve got compressed weirdly. Do you feel tingling in your fingertips? Not right now, but sometimes I do. That's probably what it is. Just to be honest. She's gonna MD it and go down a rabbit hole. I like my explanation better. Do you have a tight neck? I wouldn't say so. I mean, I could use a massage, but dude, is that a symptom of gingivitis? I'm good at massages. I need one. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off because it is 4 a.m. and the sun will be rising soon. And some of you guys need to go to sleep. I hope that you guys all enjoyed the stream, and I hope that you guys have an awesome day tomorrow and a good rest of your night. I'd usually complain, but if you actually needed it, I'd be down. You'd usually complain, put the point of your elbow on it. On my neck. Let's watch the sunrise. Sleeping. I'm saying I'm playing Fortnite. Dude, I could not. I would literally fall asleep right now. Good night, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on social media. Guys, get some rest. If you don't work tomorrow, if you work tomorrow, I'm so sorry that you're here. The neck nerve C6/7. It sounds like a car. Goes from your neck to over your arm and your finger. Somewhere there might be a problem. Hope you can find the reason. I might need to stretch or something. That was a solid fake snore. I can tell you really snore. If my nose is stuffy, then yeah, I snore. But I don't snore on the regular. I'm staying up trying to figure out what I need to do before my California trip. Good luck. That sounds like awful to do on a sleep. It's so hard to do things when you're super tired. Like, I feel like that's what's best to do on, like, a fresh mind. She snorted earlier in the stream. Yes, I do snort sometimes when I'm laughing really hard. I don't snore unless I'm super sick. But that's just like when my nose is like I can't breathe through my nose. So whenever I breathe in my, even when you breathe in your mouth at that point, you're gonna have some kind of noise. Okay. Good night, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Tune in next time. Bye, guys. Good night. Sleep for 7 hours minimum.